Hi, everybody. Shane Kane with the Slavny Homes team. I'm here, of course, with Tatyana Slavny. Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys. Hi again.
I hope everybody's having a great night. We are excited to be here. Thumbs up. Hello to Ronan and Mike. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for the thumbs up. Everybody can hear us now.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Amazing.
Thanks for joining us.
We're happy to be here tonight. So,
biggest news.
Biggest news is that
we have switched brokerages.
Yes, we're very thrilled about that. We've actually moved to Remax Realtron
in
Thornhill, and we're very excited about the move. It seems like we've got a great opportunity with them, and also to provide a lot of infrastructure and support, and the big power of the Remax brand behind us in order to help all of you clients out there. So we're happy to make the switch.
Yeah, so it's the Slavny Homes team that has moved to Remax Realtron. So myself, Tatyana Slavny, Ilya Slavny, my father, and my husband, who's sitting right next to me, Shane Kane, we're all part of the Remax Realtron family now. So
that's right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you even have closing socks too. This is closing socks right here. Look at that.
They gave him socks.
Remax Realtron. Thanks a lot, guys.
Like the swag.
Of course.
Very fashionable.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's other big news that's happening in the marketplace right now.
What is happening?
Quelle surprise, everything is hot.
Everything's hot, but let's rewind. There was an announcement yesterday happening.
Yes.
So there's like a stay-at-home order happening. So there's a lot of questions about like what's happening with real estate. Is it still going to be hot? Are there still showings allowed? Can we still sell our house? How do we leverage the market? How do we take advantage of these opportunities? We want change. We're tired of our house. We're tired of our lifestyle. What do we do? So this is everything we're going to touch on tonight. So let's begin.
Of course, yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
So the stay-at-home order, right? And then so when we're actually dealing with like showings and open houses, what is allowed and what is not allowed, right? So showings are allowed, of course. The open houses
haven't been allowed for a long time.
They're prohibited, of course. So we need to get these numbers down in order for us to get into a different color zone or a different title or whatever the government wants to give us nowadays.
Yeah.
So once we get down to the better threshold, we might be able to have open houses again.
Well, it's been over a year since March 2020. We haven't done open houses.
Let's do our part. We need to get things in check.
100%.
Yeah.
So real estate is not business as usual. Okay. So things have changed. We treat this situation, the pandemic, very, very seriously. As most of you guys know, we're super cautious about the environment that we're in, and we're trying our best to do our part, our best for our family, for our community, for our friends. So we are selling real estate. We are trading real estate. We are getting properties to market. We are very, very, very busy, but we are trying our best to minimize, the exposure. So a lot of the meetings, as you guys know, we've been doing via Zoom, which has helped, minimize the amount of contact.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for their virtual tours of their properties while we were sitting in our dining room in order to take a look at these houses. So.
Yeah, virtual listing presentations. That's what we call them, and they've been very, very successful. So thank you everyone for your cooperation.
Yes, of course.
If you are thinking of listing, don't be scared. You're welcome to invite us on a virtual tour, on a virtual Zoom, to discuss the listing process, to discuss the sale of your house, the market, the opportunity, and make decisions from there. So don't be shy to call us and reach out and schedule these as Zoom virtual appointments.
Yeah, we even are doing signings as well. So we're sending all the signatures through digital signature, so like DocuSign.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to just send an email with the actual offer or the listing agreement or the buyer rep agreement, and then get on a phone call, go through all the details, make sure that you're properly understanding every clause before you sign, and then the signatures are just easily through the online, online digital signatures.
We are trying our best to do our part, but we are happy and thankful that we are busy. And we understand that a lot of people aren't working right now, so we do understand that we are or we are essential, and that we are lucky that we have these opportunities right now.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure to keep everyone safe, and we want to make sure to provide the best service possible and get you the results that you expect from us.
Yeah. So during the showings, we're all wearing masks. We're limiting the number of people that are coming into the homes, sanitizing as well, and refraining from touching any of the high traffic surfaces.
We provide mask and glove kits. We provide hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
We provide signage at the property. We ask for people not to touch the lights, not to use the washrooms. So we're trying to do our part to make sure that people are as safe as possible.
Yep.
And so far, toot-foo, everyone's everyone's following that the recommended suggestions on how to properly trade real estate, and we're doing our part, and same with the realtors in our community. So we do appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so there is talks about an upcoming change to the lending qualification. They're in talks about a potential stress test taking into effect June 1st. It's not official yet. It's in the talks. It's if it does happen, basically they're just trying to change the qualifications for people that are getting a mortgage. They're changing their qualifications to make it a little bit harder to qualify, to make sure that in case the interest rates go up, that people are a little bit safe down the line. Because right now, the cost of borrowing is very, very attractive. And if anything changes, the government wants to make sure that, and lenders want to make sure that these same homeowners will be able to afford their mortgage payments. Stress tests are usually put in effect to sort of cool down the hot housing market.
Yeah.
So we will see how this whole thing plays out. It has happened in the past where lenders tighten their rules, and over time they release them a little bit. They loosen them a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll see how things play out. Right now we're seeing that it is a very, very hot market. We're seeing that there's more inventory coming out as we're getting into the spring market, which is absolutely normal for this time of year.
Yeah, so you're going to see a lot more for sale signs popping up on your streets.
Slavny Homes for sale signs. Sorry, I had to say that.
Good plug, honey. I love it. I love it.
Have you guys seen our signs around with our pictures? We have these new...
the new branding, the new look, the new feel. Yeah.
Have you guys seen them?
I don't know. So why don't we say, let's see who else is joining us tonight here. Trang's on. Trang, how are you?
Hi.
I hope the kids are asleep.
Are our kids sleeping?
I hope so too. Are they?
They're quiet. I think they're reading.
That's good enough for me.
Totally.
That's good enough for me.
So, as we see more inventory coming up in the marketplace, a lot of our clients are wondering why are some properties getting more attraction than others? Why are they getting more showings? Why are they selling a lot faster than certain properties? You can have a few homes, a few 2-car garage homes within a few streets from each other, and some will sell in 1, 2, 3, 4 days on the market, and other homes are going to be sitting for 33, 35, 37 days on the market. So the question is why?
Yeah, so it could be even just the right strategy that the realtor together with the sellers have. They might be priced out of the market because maybe the sellers are asking too much and are way over market value right now. So it's going to be a little tougher sell that way.
So multiple offers are trending, right? So that's something that we encourage our sellers to take advantage of. So when we do price properties, pricing it for multiple offers will encourage a larger pool, like a larger audience of people that might be interested to take a look at the property.
Yeah.
We're seeing that properties like in the luxury segment. So in Patterson, for instance, which is Thornhill Woods, Lubbock, Upper Thornhill Estates, and the west side of Dufferin, including Dufferin Hill, Thornbury Woods, and Eagle Hill. We're seeing that larger homes over that $2 million threshold are taking a little bit longer to sell. Homes that are priced at that sweet spot, that 1.1 to 1.4 price point are turning over very, 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 very quickly,
Yeah.
as it's an accessible price point into the neighborhood.
Yeah, with the low interest rates and everything, people are able to qualify and get those
Totally.
houses. So
So with more inventory coming out, it's going to mean more choice for the buyer, which means that a property that would have had fewer people, a few if there were fewer buyers in the marketplace, right? That had if they had if they had the same amount of buyers, but they had more homes to choose from.
Yeah.
They have more time to think about it. So the days on market will go up.
Yeah.
When you have, less homes and the same amount of buyers, they have to bid, right? So instead of having, 4, 5, 6 offers on a property, you might be seeing 1 or 2 offers on the properties. As the weeks progress, we're going to see more homes popping up on the market. So I believe that over time we'll be phasing out the whole multiple offer. Or we'll be seeing less offers on each individual property. Okay. So in order for you guys to attract the most amount of buyers for your property, we do encourage you to put your best foot forward. First of all, hiring a great team does help. The Slavny Homes team is available for you guys. And
another plug. That's twice. Wow.
Taking advantage of our free staging would definitely help. I'm sure you guys have seen the beautiful work that we provide. Staging is completely free. A lot of our clients have been taking advantage of the staging.
Yes, and it really shows because we're able to sell these houses for top dollars.
In the shortest amount of time as well.
That's right. So, and they look beautiful. They look stunning, and it's going to be attracting a lot more buyers to the houses. So
totally.
Take advantage of it.
100%.
Yeah.
So let's talk about buyers. How can buyers take advantage of the hot real estate market? Yeah,
so buyers can, for the first part, you can actually find like exclusive listings. So there's a period before the houses go on to MLS where the agent is taking the listing as an exclusive listing, and they usually are putting up coming soon signs on the properties. So it's a good opportunity as a buyer to potentially, go with your realtor and actually go up to the listing agent and discuss potentially purchasing it prior to it going on MLS. A lot of the listing agents will allow you to go and actually see the property. But again, it's going to be based on the strategy that they've already discussed with their sellers.
And we have access to a lot of exclusive listings through our network. So some properties won't have signs on their lines, but we know through our network that, particular properties coming up in a certain marketplace, or we can send out an inquiry asking, is there, a home coming up on, let's say, Cook's Mill or on a particular street that our buyers are looking at?
Yeah, and you can potentially avoid any of the multiple offer situation by actually approaching before it actually goes onto MLS. So if you have a strong offer and the sellers are willing to
sell
it,
and
their agent are willing to sell it for that amount, then you can negotiate and get your house at a reasonable cost too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So buyers are taking advantage by downsizing. So we are seeing a big trend right now. A lot of families that that are retired or empty nesters are taking advantage of the hot market. They're cashing out. They're selling their homes, moving into condos, moving into bungalows. We've also noticed younger families that are looking for a lifestyle change that are also downsizing and buying something a little bit more north or in the same location but smaller in size. So we are seeing that there are a lot of opportunities right now, and you have to seize the moment.
Well, you have to have, if you're working with a realtor, they should be keeping their ear to the ground in terms of anything based on your criteria that you're going to be looking for and be able to jump on it as quickly as possible in order to show you that property so you don't miss out in terms of an opportunity.
So when buying a property right now, you have to be strategic and competitive, right? So if you're seeing let's say a condo, we did 2 of those this week. We showed condos to our clients, one in Thornhill on Promenade Circle, another one in Unionville. Again, both properties were just listed on the market, and our buyers went to see it. They liked the property. What we suggest to them is to go in with a certified check. So we sent them to the bank and asked them to bring a deposit. Typically, it's 5% of the offer price.
Yep.
When you're buying a home, a freehold house, your tip says waiting for video. I'm not sure what that means.
No, I think we're still good.
We're still good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going.
Keep going. So when you're buying a house, there's typically 2 conditions that you can put in: a financing condition and a home inspection condition. Financing, it typically can get resolved before you even start looking at homes. So we always encourage our buyers to get pre-qualified. Okay. So once they're pre-approved, once they have the pre-approval or mortgage commitment from their lender, they're able to potentially go in with a firm deal. A home inspection is something that, as a realtor, we always recommend.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when the market is really hot, when there's a lot of demand for the product,
yeah, you're going to be waving.
Sometimes you have to remove the condition.
Yeah.
So if you're in a multiple offer situation and you want to compete, removing the financing and home inspection condition would be to your advantage. Again, if it's like a newer property, if you're looking at something like older, in Toronto, you have to be careful, buyer beware.
Yeah.
But these are business decisions, and these are timely decisions.
Yep.
The third condition, so with the 2 condos that we purchased for our clients, there's a status certificate review. So that condition is for the benefit of the buyer. It basically talks about the reserve fund. So that monthly maintenance fee that you pay for a condo.
Yeah.
It talks about what happens to the money, whether the building has a healthy reserve fund, if there's any outstanding lawsuits against the corporation, and basically there are financial audits done in there to make sure that it's a healthy building, that the maintenance won't be increased. There's no special assessments or anything happening.
And that actually takes roughly about 10 days in order to actually get a status certificate.
As a homeowner.
Right. So
always order one before you list your property.
Right, exactly. With your agent, order it beforehand before you actually go to market. Yeah. That way you have it in hand and that you have it easily accessible. Yeah. So if you have any potential buyers that are thinking about putting in a firm offer, you can actually have the status certificate reviewed before they actually put in the offer.
Exactly.
So they feel comfortable with putting in a firm offer.
Exactly. So sometimes it's available, sometimes it's not. But agents that are experienced, that are in the business, that know how to do business, they always have these status certificates available. And we were able to secure 2 condos for our clients this week by removing all 3 conditions.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations to both families.
Yeah.
We're absolutely thrilled for you. But again, having the right team on your side, giving you the proper advice, making sure you don't miss these opportunities is absolutely key.
Like the Slavny Homes team? Oh, I had to plug. That was mine. Okay. You have 2. I've got 1.
Okay. All right. So the big question is, do I list and sell now and then rent and hold off when the market cools down?
Yeah, we've had this talk a few times.
This week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So there's a lot of speculation, a lot of uncertainty. We're seeing, from the public about the real estate market. Some people believe that the prices are going to keep going up. Some people think that we're at that peak, and with the lockdown and with that stress test coming out, that things might change.
Mm-hmm.
So our advice is to list your property as soon as possible, because the sooner you get to market, the less competition you have. The further we get into the month of May and June, July, you're going to see more properties pop up, right? So there's going to be more inventory, so the days on the market is going to go up, right? It doesn't mean that your house is going to sell for less money, but it might take more time, and the buyer is going to be a little bit more picky because they will have choice.
100%.
Having a longer closing is to your advantage, so that you don't feel like the stress of
purchasing.
So
they're going to
another
impulse buy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So time in real estate is very important. I would recommend, getting as long as a closing as possible so that you
So what would be the longest closing that you can get?
I mean, it's what the seller wants and what the buyer is willing to agree on.
Right. So we're looking at like a
90
90,
to 120.
maybe a 120
Yeah.
day closing. Yeah. In order
But it's
to,
possible these days,
but that gives
definitely.
you that buffer in order to go and find that
Yeah.
right property, and also to see how the marketplace,
Yeah.
shifts as well. So
Totally.
you don't feel that stress.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's a great time right now to get a mortgage pre-approval, mortgage commitment. Right now, the interest rates are still at an all-time low, so it's a great time to get that done. It doesn't cost you anything. There's some documents that you need to provide. To Are we on?
Yeah. Yeah. We're on.
Oh, okay. There's some documents that you need to provide to the lender. It's a bit of paperwork, but having the mortgage commitment, knowing what interest rate that you locked in at will help make your decision very easy once you're shopping around for the actual property.
Yeah, and in case they change it as well, you can be locked in at a great rate right
Totally.
now. Yeah.
Totally.
Yep.
And finding that opportunity, right? So, you might go out shopping, you might find a house right now, you might find something, a few weeks down the line. So having a longer closing will give you that flexibility, so you won't feel the pressure as much.
Yeah, and owning a property and putting your shekels into a house is probably more advantageous than renting. Renting right now is also very, very in demand. There was even a property just near us that
on Bristol Way
that had 11 offers on a rental. So
I think it went for about like $3,800 for a middle unit townhouse in Thornhill Woods,
which is fantastic for
investors.
For the investors, yeah.
So if you guys are looking to make extra money, like a side hustle or as an investment, everyone's looking for opportunities right now how to make extra money. Being an investor, buying an income property, you can't go wrong with it.
Yep.
We still have some opportunities in Innisfil. We have some opportunities coming up in Barrie. So if you're looking, to get in and purchase something as an investment, it's a great time. You can leverage your current property. You can get a home equity line of credit, use that money for the deposits, and then wait 18 months while the property is being built.
And we've also seen a good increase in property value, even with our clients that bought last year.
We were selling them during COVID. Yeah.
Right, but
virtually.
They actually have gone up. I think it was over
$300,000 in about
8 months. No, it's 18.
No, so some people bought in March.
In March, so almost a year. Yeah, a year.
Yeah, a little bit over a year.
So even in a year, the increase in value of $300,000 on your investment
plus 300 plus
is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal,
regardless.
Yeah.
So making a smart decision right now, finding those opportunities further north of the city,
yeah.
is a great deal. There are great deals out there, and it's to your advantage in terms of getting an investment property, an income property.
100%.
Yeah.
While you sleep, your money is working for you. Think about that. Think about it.
I love it. I love it.
Right?
I love it.
Right. So another question is, we always have like families in the neighborhood like messaging us, asking what their home is worth. They might be in a townhouse or in a one-car garage home, and they want to move up, and they're stuck. They are stuck. They're like, what do we do? Like, how do we get into a larger home with the prices of homes? They feel that they're priced out. But the reality is, if you sell your house for top dollar, like if you get your house ready to market and sell your house very, very well, we can help find you an opportunity either in that area or in the vicinity. Maybe a house that has been on the market for 25, 30, 35 days that's been sitting, that might not be as done up or might not show as well in MLS.
Yeah.
But you might be able to get a good opportunity, and that gap between your sale and the purchase might not be so big. Now with the new interest rates, if you consider what your rates are when you guys locked in or did your mortgage a few years ago, you might be very surprised to see that the difference might not be so big.
Are you going to say it? Are you going to say it?
The Scotiabank commercial?
Yeah.
You're richer than you think.
That's the one.
That's right.
That's the one.
Another option is if you wanted to get into a larger home and you didn't want to change your lifestyle, again, it's not for everyone, but it's an option. If you wanted to find a property that has a basement apartment or two, um, that can really help supplement some of that difference in the mortgage payments.
Yep.
So some food for thought, something to think about. Um, and then we have some people that are making the move. They're going up north. They're changing their lifestyle. COVID made them rethink, what's important to them. Space, a main floor office potentially.
Yep.
Larger bedrooms for the kids to have desks at.
Yep.
Right, that's
Yep.
important.
Yep.
And like, as of this morning, the playgrounds are closed. Now they're open again, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
So having a nice backyard.
Slight retraction from the government.
So having a nice backyard, having some room to run around, to put a play set in, maybe a swimming pool, might be an option, and might be, hard to buy in the area that you live in right now. But if you went a little bit north, if you considered, going, 15, 20, 25 kilometers north, you might be able to find a fantastic opportunity for you and your family.
Yeah, and just to touch on in terms of the interiors of the houses, it's a lot of that stuff is cosmetic. So
it's like makeup and jewelry.
Yeah, so that can always be changed along the way, or even after you purchase it, you can easily make those adjustments, and get proper quotations from tradesmen and get those changes. So you can really jazz up your house as much as you want.
So keep in mind, you're talking about trades and renovations.
Yeah.
The cost of materials and the demand right now for tradespeople, including, like swimming pool installations, fencing, drywalling, everything has gone up. So you do need to factor that in as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Yeah. Do you want to just say hello to some other people
Yes.
that have joined us? Suzanne says hi. And Elena says, hi, guys. Tanichka, you look great. You do look great.
Thank you. Spasiba.
I love it. I love the curly hair.
It's the COVID hair.
Nally
until the hair salons open up.
Nally Pessa is watching, and then she was watching again, so she's flipping in and out. Nally, just stick to it. Just watch the full thing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then Steve says, we look great as well. Looking good, Shane and Tat. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, we want you to be happy. We want you to be healthy and, mentally healthy, physically healthy. And we look forward to having you on another adventure of Real Estate After Dark.
Cheers to our Saturday.
If you are looking to sell in the hot marketplace, we have the strategy, we have the plans in order to ensure that you sell your house for top dollar in a quick fashion as well. So
in a safe fashion.
And buyers, if you're looking for any opportunities, we know the market.
We do know the market, and we have access to a ton of pre-construction opportunities. We have some condos that we're selling out of Thornhill this week, so a lot of exciting things. If you guys are interested, give us a call, 416-669-7037. I'm Tatyana Slavny.
I'm Shane Kane.
Have
Slavny
a good
team.
night.
Have a great night. Cheers.
L'chaim. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. All right, let's go see if our kitties are asleep.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night, good night.